Okay, the passing of Ellen's DJ Twitch, really underscores, I think, a theory that I have about suicidal thoughts and mental health problems. And my personal theory is that suicidal thoughts and mental health problems are almost always undiagnosed physical health problems that go under the radar, right? Because we have to really think about it, guys. Wanting to kill yourself is not normal. That is not how your brain and body is supposed to work, right? I personally don't think we are doing these people a service by just chalking it up to certain people being that way, right? If somebody wants to kill themselves, there is a problem going on in their brain and their body. And I personally think that it's health problems that go under the radar, right? And the reason why I believe that is because I was having health problems a few years ago, and was really going through it. And I noticed that there was a very direct correlation between the quality of my thoughts and what was going on in my body. And as I've been more conscious of my health over the years, and when I've noticed that I wasn't feeling well and I wasn't thinking right, it was almost always correlated to what was going on in my body, right? So just recently, right, I've been having health problems and I haven't been feeling right. And I actually had to pay for some private testing to get a more detailed look into what was going on in my body. And had I not paid for that private testing, the testing that I would have gotten at the doctor was not accurate. It wouldn't have been accurate and it wouldn't have helped me, right? Now, this is not nefarious. It's not that the doctors or the medical system is doing it on purpose, right? It's just that the medical system is very big and they have to go through processes to get things approved, right? But I absolutely think that one of the biggest reasons why there is a mental health crisis and there's mental health problems among people is that there is a lack of information that people have about their bodies. People do not know what's going on in their brain, in their bodies, and their genetics. And there are factors outside of their awareness and factors outside of their doctor's awareness that are controlling people that people don't know, right? So recently, for example, I had an issue with I'm having issues right now with my liver, right? I'm learning that apparently the liver and digestion and brain function are all connected, right? And here's the thing, right? I would have never known that had I not went to the doctor and said, hey, can I get some blood work done? Right? I could have just been sitting around thinking that, well, shit, I'm just depressed. I've been depressed lately. But it was a health problem, and I wouldn't have known that had I went to the doctor, right? I paid for some private testing, and I saw that I have bad gut bacteria. I do some research, and the gut bacteria that I have fucks up your brain, right? And so I think, and for me, I think that a big reason for this is the lack of testing that we have in the medical system, right? I don't know why it's like that. I probably suspect because, maybe there's a lack of workers, or I don't know exactly why it is, but I have been shocked at how unsophisticated the testing is that you can request from your doctor, and how hard it is to get really detailed testing, and how much it costs to actually go find somewhere that will give it to you. And so I think to myself, dude, what the hell would have happened to me had I not went and got this data on my body? Had I not went and got this blood work done to figure out what was going on with me? And I think to myself, how many people are there out there like that who are having mental health problems, but it's not their mind, it's their body. And the reason why they don't know what's going on in their body is because either the testing that they need is not available or it's too expensive, right? And I've also learned about genetic testing, where you can get tests to tell you what type of genetic predispositions you have. So for example, right, there are certain people who have genetic predispositions that take away from their ability to, for example, clear adrenaline, right? There's an enzyme called catechol-methyltransferase that clears adrenaline out of your body. Some people have what's called a slow COMT gene. What does that mean? It means that you're prone to anxiousness because your body doesn't get rid of adrenaline fast enough. For some people, that's genetic, right? And there can be some people who go their whole life thinking that they have anxiety and they're taking fucking Xanax, when in reality, that's the issue. And guess what? How many people have heard of that? Very few people. Very few people know what that even is, right? It took me years to even know about stuff like that. And my question is, how many people are there out there like that have genetic predispositions and issues with their biochemistry and their neurochemistry and issues with their neurotransmitters and their brain function and their liver function and their gut function, and do not know and think it's because they have mental problems, right? So I really, really, truly believe that the next frontier for the well-being of people is advancements in testing, right? The testing, the quality and access to medical testing in the United States is absolutely fucking terrible. And again, I don't know why. I'm not gonna say that it's some grand conspiracy because of the pharmaceutical companies. That is bullshit. That is not why, right? I'm sure there is a reason, right? I have friends who work in medicine. I'm sure there's a reason. And it's probably because, they probably don't want people just ordering anything. And there's probably a process. And a big part of it is money, right? It's like, our healthcare system has to make money. This is why I keep telling people we need to use tax dollars to subsidize the goddamn health system. Right? Because when healthcare companies have to pay for things, they have to prioritize things. And right, you could be somebody who is really having an issue, but it's like, if it hasn't been tested and replicated, how are they gonna know? Right? So, rest in peace to Twitch, man. I feel so sorry for his family. I'm sure he left a wife and kids behind. I know that they're just reeling and grieving, and it's so terrible. But I truly believe that people like DJ Twitch and people like him, a big thing that drives them killing themselves is that there is something wrong in their bodies that is affecting them that they do not know about. And I really think that we are hurting a lot of people by not updating and increasing the access for medical testing in the United States. It's a serious public health issue, both mental and physical. And the message I would give to people watching this is that if you are someone who is struggling with mental health problems, if you're struggling with thoughts of killing yourself, right, you need to understand having bad mental health is not normal. Your body is not supposed to work that way. And so it means that something is wrong. And so what I would do is, instead of thinking that, you gotta use your willpower, when people say, oh, it gets better, don't do that. Go get some testing. Go get some blood work done. Go figure out what's going on in your body, right? Whenever you are having mental health problems, consider that it's your body and not your brain, because the brain and the body are connected. I really hope this saves people. And I really, truly believe that had I not gotten some testing done at certain points in my life, I don't know where I would be. Right, I probably would have killed myself, because there were times where I felt so terrible that I didn't really want to live, and it was because of my health issues. So I think this is an under-discussed thing, and I really hope we do something about it. So RIP Twitch, man. I'm praying for his family. I hope everyone who loved him is able to find some peace in these times. But that's what I think was going on. So I don't know if you guys agree or not, but that's my theory. So peace.